Hello guys, welcome to this video. In the previous video, we discussed string operations where we directly implement uppercase, lowercase, find and replace method. That's where we also talked about type conversion where we convert a string to integer value and also float, string, and so on. So there was a task from the last video to write a simple calculator that takes two numbers from the terminal and add them together and print out the results. That was the task from the previous video. So in today's video, we want to look at arithmetic operators, assignment operators, augmented assignment operators, preceding comparison, and logical operators. So if you find this video useful, like, subscribe to our channel, and share the videos. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section down there. We're just going to get back to you as soon as possible. So before we go into what we have today, we're going to solve today's task, right? Okay, so from the last class, this is what we did, how we can make use of the int method to convert string number entered from the terminal to an integer value so that we can perform arithmetic operations and then so I'm just going to solve this task, the previous task down here. So a simple program that takes two numbers from the terminal and add them together. So for that, I'm going to create another new file. That's another new file inside this folder. I'm going to call it project3.py. I guess we already have project 3. All right, project 4.py, project 4.py, thereabout. So I'm just going to get two input from the terminal, then I'll add them together. So you can feel free to drop the screenshot of what we did here on the comment section down there. Then I'll just check it out. If you have any confusion, you can drop comment in the comment section down there. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get this kind of content posted every week. Alright, so I'm just going to take num1 as a variable. So I'll assign it, I'll call the input method of in Python, then enter the first number, enter the first number, like so. So I'll just get the first number. Remember, the first number will be in string format. So num2 is going to be equals to input. Then it's going to be enter the second number. Second number. Those are the two numbers we want to get from the terminal. That means we're going to allow the user to type in this thing. So we're going to perform addition on them. Remember, when you are taking the two numbers, they're going to be in string format. So we're going to convert them into integer format. So I can now have total down here equals to, this is going to be int. We're going to call the int method on the first number, that's number, and this is how to convert it to this number to integer value. Then we're going to call the int again, then enter the num2. This will convert them to this. Alright, so that's cool. We can now print out the result. We can use the print statement down here. Then we're going to have the F format and say the answer is then I'm going to put the total, which is the answer there. So this is just the task, and we can go ahead to test it by running the code. So we can just type Python. Remember, I'm using Python 3. If you're using Windows, your own is going to be Python. That's it's going to be this way. Python, the name of the project, that's project4.py. This project 4 is the name of this project. .py. This is how your one will be, but I'm running Python 3 on my Linux system, so I'm going to use Python 3 like so. First number, is, let me say, 60. Then the second number is 10. These are the two numbers. Then I can get the answer is 70. Whoa, this is the expected outcome we're looking at or output. All right, if you get this right. All right, so that was the task. That's the task from the last lectures. So let's go straight to what we have today and just going to wind this up. Right. Guys, remember to like and subscribe to my channel to get this content every week posted. Alright. Also remember to on the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I post a new content on the channel. Alright, we're going to talk about arithmetic operators. Operators in programming are used to perform one function or the other. In case of arithmetic operators, they are used to perform mathematical computations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on. So that's just what we're going to look at today, what we can do. So, for instance, we just finished doing addition. For addition, you're going to have plus sign. Let's add two numbers. I'll just put comment down here. So addition, the and you're going to have maybe let's say add equals to as a variable. Let's say 4 plus 6. This is addition. You use the plus sign to perform addition when you're having two numbers. Also, plus sign is also seen in other operations of string. We'll still look at it. This is addition, is going to work. Then for subtraction, we can have subtraction. Subtraction, you're going to have, maybe I'm going to call it sub, the variable sub, 10 minus 2. This is how you perform subtraction. You use the dash sign in your keyboard to perform that. Then, next one we can look at is multiplication. So, multiplication, you use, so you can have, I'll call it mod equals to 2 times. You use the star, that's the asterisk symbols in your keyboard to multiply two numbers. All right, times 4. This is how you perform multiplication. The next, what you can do again, we have the division. Division. All right. We can say I'll call it d equals to 10 divided by 2. All right. We use the forward slash to denote division in Python programming. All right. Next, we're going to look at is what we call modulus. So modulus return the remainder of everything you are doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and print this. Let me print it everyone I'm doing. So you're going to see the outcome later. So I can use the F this. So I'll call it addition. Addition. Then this is going to be add. Alright. I'll just copy this, permit me to copy this. I'll paste it down here and change it. So this will be subtraction. Then this will be sub. Then we have multiplication. Multiplication. Like so. This will be mod. We're just passing the variable mod. Then we have the division as well. Division. This is going to be d and the variable intervals. This is the variable. So next thing we're going to look at is modulus. So modulus. All right. This is going to be let's say the remainder. Okay, this return the remainder of any division of the division. That's what modulus is. It will divide and return the remainder. So it will do 10 divided modulus. The modulo sign is the percentage sign, 10 modulus 3. So we're just going to have the remainder, right? Okay, so I can print out this. Okay, I'm going to give it modulus. All right, so I'll get here. So this is remainder as the variable. All right. So next thing we're going to look at is going to be, let me bring down this, is going to be the square, maybe let's say power raised to the power of a certain number. So I'll just say p, let me call it um, power equals to um, 3 asterisk raised to the power of 2. This is raised to the power of 2. All right. So I can just print out this straight away. So we're going to see how this will work. Power straight away, then we'll call it power. Power. All right. So I these are the mathematical assignment operators we talked about. This is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, then modulus, and raised to the power. So let's test it and see how it goes straight there. All right, I'll expand my terminal so I can see what I'm doing now. First of all, clear the terminal. So I'm going to see what I'm working on. So we can see that the addition of 4 and 6 will give us 10. Subtraction of the 10 minus 2, 8, and we have multiplying 2 by 8 by 4 is going to give us 8. Then division, 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. Then modulus, if you have 10 modulus 3, that's 10 divided by 3, and that is going to remain 1, right? So the remainder is being returned. Then 3 raised to the power of 2 is going to give you 9. All right. So this is the mathematical operations or operators we have so far. So guys, as we progress in this training, we're going to see how we make use of these mathematical operators to perform some logics of our application. So it's very important that you get and understand this right away. All right. So as we proceed, we're going to see how we use this. Okay. Next thing I want to discuss in this video, I want to talk about. Assignment operators. All right. Assignment operators are being used to assign variables to values to variables, like what we just do. A simple equality sign is what we call assignment operator. So if we do name as equals to this equality sign is what we call assignment. We are assigning any value on the right to the variables on the left. So that's what we call assignment operator. So we can call it John. John. All right. So single equality sign is known to be assignment operators, like what we just did. Assign this the value of this to this particular variables. So that's assignment operator, right? Okay. I know you see us doing this a couple of times because that's just what we need to use it for. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is what we call augmented assignment operator. All right. So the augmented assignment operators work this way. So if we have a variable, that's what I mean, augmented assignment operator. All right. So if we have a variable that say count is equals to zero, like so, we can increment this count. One of the way to increment this count, we have two ways by saying count. Let's say we want to add one is equals to count plus one. Remember that the initial value of count is zero, right? So we are saying zero plus one, then override whatever that was the initial value, which was zero, and store this current value on them, right? But now this is a long way of doing this. There's a very good shorter way we can achieve this, right? The shorter way is for us to do count. We can have count is count plus equals to 1. This is the shorter way of doing this, right? So I'm going to print this for you to see. I'll first of all comment out this. So I'll print this first one, print count. So count, you can call the count variable down here. All right, so let me comment out all this up here so you can have a good look at the output, what will come out from here. All right, from here, if I run this code again, you're going to see that count is 1. 1 has been added to count. If I change this to 2, this, if we run it again, count is going to be equals to 2, right? Okay, in that same way, I'm going to remove this because this is a longer way of doing this, right? Then we're going to make use of what we call augmented assignment operators, right? So I'm just going to print it down here and enable this. This is the augmented assignment operator, right? So by using plus equal sign 1, let's run it and see. I'm just going to clear this, my terminal first, then we can see. You can see we still have 1. It's the same thing we had. If I make this 4, we still have 4, the same thing as well. So this is the shortest way of doing this, and this is called augmented assignment operator. All right. So it's not only applicable to the plus sign, we can have a minus sign too. Let me say if I make this 10, initial value 10, I can do minus plus minus 4. All right, straight away. So we say we're going to have 6. So we are just saying minus 4 from this and store it back. The same way you can have multiplication like so, and it's still going to work fine, right? Okay, so this is what we call augmented assignment operators, right? Which you can use to make your code look um, clean but short. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about in this aspect is what we call operator preceding. You know, in programming, when we are bringing out expression, every expression has an order. So this is operator preceding. All right. So if I have this expression x is equals to 5 plus 5 plus 2 times 3, like so. If I have this expression, if I print it out, right? Let's print it. I'm just going to print x straight away, which is this. Oh, I'll comment this out so we'll not have this on the output. while I clear my terminal so you can see very well what I'm doing. All right, so if I run this code, we're going to have 11, right? But let's check calculator very well and see if the actual correct answer is 11. So if we have 5 plus 2 times 3 equals to what? 11. This is correct. But notice that if you add uh, here and have plus sign here, you have 11, right? But if you add um, brackets here like so and print it out, you have 21. So what we are trying to say is this: operator preceding states that multiplication, addition, subtraction, they have order which you can arrange them, right? So in this case, the law of odd mass will always be remembered. This can come first. This is the right way. Then the multiplication first and the addition, which we're going to have what the expected result. So remember, when you are carrying out mathematical expression or operations, you're going to check the order of the expression to be sure that you're going to have the actual answer as expected. All right. So since we have said that, next thing we want to discuss down here is what we call comparison operators. You know, we compare values. Comparison operators return a Boolean value that is true or false. That's what comparison operators return. So it will have 3 less than 5. This is less than is a comparison operator which you can use to compare if numbers are less than 1. If we print this out, let me just print it out. 3 less than 5, like so. The expected output supposed to be a Boolean value which will return either true or false. So if we check this, we have true because 3 is less than 5. This is greater than comparison. That's less than, and this is greater than. If we check this, you're going to see false because 3 is not greater than 5. In the same way, we have greater than or equals to this way, and we have uh, equals to. Are they equal? Is 3 equals to 5? Is it going to return either true or false? True if 3 is equals to 5, and false if 3 is not equals to 5. Next thing is 3 less than 3 not equals to 5. What this comparison does is it negates the true value. 3 is not equals to 5 will definitely return true because 3 is not equals to 5, right? Okay, so this is how you check comparison operators as well. So as we continue here, you're going to see how we will use this to perform some logic in our application. Next thing we're going to look at is what we call logical operators. So logical operators. All right, logical operators are can be seen as and or and not. They are used to combine 2 or 3 conditions together. For example, we can say 6 greater than 2 and like so, 3 or 6 not equals to 0. All right. So this is you use the logical and to combine two conditions together and check them. If we print this out, it's still going to return either true. This will return true if the left and the right conditions are true. That's only when this will return true, else false if one side is true and the other side is false, it will return false. The and operation ensures that the left and the right conditions are true before it can execute. All right. So you can see it's returned true because 6 is greater than 2 and 6 is not equals to 0. So that will return true to us. So that is and we also have or, logical or and logical not, like so. These are what we have, right? Or any of the condition, the left or the right that is true, then it will return true. Not will as well check indicate the true or any value given, right? Okay, so this is what we have. So, guys, maybe you may be thinking, how will you use this to accomplish one or two things while you are coding? So, I'm just going to do some one example. That means we're going to get the two values number we got from the terminal. We're going to check that is not equals to 0 before we can do anything. That will be in our next class when we start um, control statement. So, guys, the task now is for you to practice this. In our next class, we're going to have enough thing to work on because we'll be working on a little bit calculator that takes more than one particular number. So that means you can enter, like you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication with the calculator. That will be what we will do next in our next class, and we will see how we're going to make use of all these things in our next class. If you like the video, please remember to share, comment on the video, and also subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.